boy, you and I both know what's going on here. If you would just confess, you'd be making both of our lives easier.
And what might that confession be, Mrs. Benson? Or can I call you Olivia?
Mrs. Benson is fine, thank you. Walter, for months I've been working hard on this case, and
the first person you've decided to arrest is completely innocent of any wrongdoing.
don't play this game. Every bit of evidence in this case leads to you and that dimwit partner of yours. What's his name again?
You mean Jesse, right?
Yeah, the Pinkman kid. Always blabbing about needing to cook to his friends.
Drugs? I'm a high school science teacher. I don't know anything about any drugs.
Meth, to be exact. Walter, I don't think. I know. And speaking of knowing, I brought someone in today who knows just as much as you.
Detective Holmes is the name. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. White.
This guy's serious?
Your humor is just as good as your evasion from the law, Walter. But someone as keen as you may have slipped up along the way.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Upon arrival at the scene, I noticed something. Something particular. A pair of pants, maybe? Lying on your bed with a small stain near the cuffs?
I know the pants that you're talking about. I use these pants when I go to work.
Ah, right. And where is it exactly that you work?
Like I told her, I am a high school chemistry teacher.
A chemistry teacher. Take nothing of it for now. Anyway, I paid attention to the spot on the pants. And after giving it a good whiff, I noticed a very, very sour smell to it.
Sour? That could be anything. I work
not
with
done
chemicals.
yet, Walter. In the kitchen next to your inconspicuous loads of pots and pans, I noticed your spice cabinet was open and one ingredient removed and on the table. Salt.
Yes, the salt I used
But
for French fries when I was cooking them this afternoon.
Wait 1 second.
It could be that a man, a chemistry teacher, with your knowledge of the sciences, had been able to extract the missing ingredient from this simple table salt to create his wonderful math masterpiece.
No, you gotta. You don't
Allow me to finish. Thus, afterward, you
That's not how it works.
use the extracted iodine from the salt to complete your recipe, along with other items which you stole from the school, which would explain them missing.
Well, it's just that.
And before you finished, you just happened to knock over some of the iodine, spilling it on your pants, which explains the sour smell.
You got me. You see, we had been missing some chemistry supplies. Late night break-ins, the usual. But we don't have the quantity of reagents in a high school lab to make the amounts of meth that you're talking about. I mean, ammonia, lye. I mean, the students would kill themselves. Oh, but please, detective, don't let that change your mind about the sour smell on my pants. I mean, did you ever manage to find out what the real origin of that sour smell was?
Now that I think about it,
You didn't, as I guessed. Your men couldn't identify the smell wafting through that apartment.
oh, that. I was guessing that it was some sort of ruse to cover the smell of methamphetamines being made.
Well, detective, you guessed wrong. A simple inspection of those inconspicuous pots and pans would have revealed that I was making nothing more than...
Let go! Get off of me! Hey, Mr. White!
Jesse!
What's going on? Are they seriously arresting us for a pot of soup?
Soup.
He's right, soup. Sinigang, to be exact. And that sour spot on my pant cuffs, tamarind. And detective, that would be my friend Jesse. Perfect timing, as always.
Thanks, Mr. White. What up, detective?
No. This cannot be. I refuse. I refuse.
It's perfect.
Hello? Yes, this is he. You checked what?
Oh, yes, and what did you find? Well, and you're sure there was nothing else? Okay. I'll let him know. Miss Benson,
Yeah?
I must regretfully ask you to release these men.
What? But they...
No, they weren't. I was wrong.
Hey, Mr. White, that's some great defense you played up in there. Some law and order type business, you know?
Yes, Jesse. I know.